Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to this very interesting and special edition of the Main Event Talk right here on YouTube. I am the main event player, the Super C, coming back at you. And you know what, guys? There is a lot of things we want to talk about on this particular episode of the Main Event Talk. I would love to talk about the retirement of Santino Marella, but I won't. I'm not going to talk about Petey Williams' retirement, which to me personally, on both accounts, Petey Williams and Santino Marella, they're both retiring from professional wrestling. But to me personally, I don't see any point in retiring. But at the same time, I can understand why Santino is retiring because of his neck injury. You Petey Williams, I'm not sure, but if he retires, that's losing one hell of a great superstar and someone that could have been the next world heavyweight champion right there. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about the whole thing in TNA wrestling. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to even want to know what's going on in WWE. But there's always the curiosities and the things that have been going on. Now, those of you that have a Twitter account, now I have a Twitter account myself. You follow me on Twitter on twitter.com/maineventplayer. Now, there have been several different things that have been happening since yesterday. Yesterday was July 8th of 2014, and it seems that something is afoot, and I don't know what's going on, and it's been very, very interesting to see where all this is going. Now, you'll notice on the Main Event Talk, the title of it is 7/14/14. Now, there's a reason why I'm putting that date together. Now, no, it is not a huge comeback for me, but it seems that something is going down on July 14th, 2014. Now, let me kind of start from the beginning so that way everybody can get an idea of what's going on. Now, I heard a tweet and everybody else heard the tweet also, okay? The fact that Sting tweeted, and the tweet was 7/14/14. Now, ironically, 7/14/14 is on WWE Monday Night Raw. It's on a Monday. We all know that. But now the curiosity continues. Because early this morning, a friend of mine, my friend Dennis, on my Facebook, had brought something to my attention about Sid Vicious. Now, for those of you old school wrestling fans, you know who Sid Vicious is quite well. He was a former member of the Four Horsemen. He was a former WWE champion and also a former World Heavyweight champion. He was known as Psycho Sid back in the days of the WWE, known as Sid Vicious in WCW, and suffered a very, if anybody remembered that leg injury that Sid had in 2001, it's still ugly to think about to this day. Now, apparently, Sid had tweeted the same thing that Sting has. Now, I wish I had like a picture or something. I'll give you guys an idea about what's going on. So let me kind of give you guys what's going on here. Sting tweets out at around 12:08 p.m. Okay, that's the time and everything. And the tweet was for that time, and there was a picture of Sting. But if you look at it closely, it's all in dark, and you see Sting right there before you. Okay? Now, another picture, same tweet, but it was around 2:08 p.m. when this took place. Sid, Psycho Sid, tweets out the same thing, 7/14/14, and there's another pic of Sid. It's another pic, all dark, and it's obviously a picture of Sid. Now, my wrestling curiosity tells me that something's going down at 7/14/14, which is on Monday Night Raw. Okay? Now, it doesn't take a genius to know that something's going down on Monday Night Raw this Monday night. But now there's more. There seems to be more to the story that I'm not that I'm seeing, but it's not coming clear yet. Okay, now, a big time wrestling star is going to be appearing, making his return to WWE. And I read that it was Ric Flair. And apparently Ric Flair is coming to WWE. But does Ric Flair have anything to do with what's going down with both Sting and Sid Vicious? Are they both coming to WWE on the same day? Now, and this is one of these deals where I'm thrown way off guard at this whole situation. Now, everybody that has kept up with Sting's career, the last time that Sting had wrestled at all was back in TNA wrestling around, I think it was January or February, was the last time we saw Sting. And that was it for him. And he had already signed with the WWE, had already made agreements, have already made the terms, and everything was finalized. Everything was already done. But here's the thing. This is what I'm hearing from other people. Everyone has said the same thing, that Sting has finally signed with WWE. Sting has signed the contract. He's with the company now. He's not going to go back to TNA Wrestling, which it doesn't surprise me if Sting goes to WWE. But other people are telling me, okay, Sting's not coming. What makes you think he's going to WWE? Here's the thing. I'm going to go with my instincts, and I'm going to go with Sting going to WWE. And to me, in my opinion, Sting going to WWE is, well, I hate to use that ridiculous term, but it's what's best for business. More importantly, I think it's also what's best for not just the WWE universe, but for all the wrestling fans all across the world. They want that one moment in time where Sting, after all these years of being in the WCW and being in the NWA and being in TNA, it's about time we finally saw Sting in the WWE. Now, why is it so important? It's quite simple. Sting has never appeared in WWE. Never. Not once. And I know what everyone's thinking. Well, Sting